What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from sneakerfiles.com, and in this video I'm going to go over all of the April 2025 Air Jordan and Nike release dates so far. Now before I give you a rundown, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up, and if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. Now, as most of you know, release dates change. Some shoes get added in for the month, some get delayed. So in the case of that, I will be updating you in future sneaker news videos, so make sure you're subscribed. As well, you can check out sneakerfiles.com and I'll update you there. Like always, I'm going to start this video off with Nike and then head to Jordan Brand. As well, there'll be timestamps down below. And now, let's get into these release dates. The first pair I want to talk about is the Nike Air Max 95 Pink Foam. Now, the reason why I'm starting the video off with this shoe is because we don't have 100% confirmation that they're going to release on April 18th. It also could be on April 4th. So since this date isn't 100% confirmed, I wanted just to start off the video with it. And this is also looking like they're going to be limited. Not as limited as the Neon pair, but there's not going to be a ton of pairs available. And for those who don't know, this pair last dropped in 2020. The shoes will feature a black, pink foam, white, and reflective silver colorway, and the retail price will be $180. As most of you know, Nike Basketball releases a ton of new signature shoes on the first of every month. At least that's how it's been for some time, and the first pair I'm going to talk about is the Nike Ja 2 Sonic Yellow, also known as Out My Body. Now this pair features a soft yellow, university gold, dusty cactus, and obsidian colorway. They drop on April 1st for $120. Also dropping on the 1st is a new colorway of the Nike Giannis Freak 6. This pair is known as Eva, or it could be Eva, I'm not entirely sure, but it's inspired by his daughter, Eva. I'm going to just say Eva for now. Now, we don't have the official colorway for them, but as you can see, the shoe is dressed in shades of green and pink. And oddly enough, although this pair is said to be a tribute to his daughter, her name doesn't show up on the shoes. But this pair is going to drop on April 1st for $140. We have a couple pairs of the Nike Sabrina 2 dropping in April. This one is known as Apricot Agate, and it's also being called Activate. It definitely has spring vibes, and the shoes feature a Apricot Agate, washed coral, washed teal, and light bone colorway, dropping on April 1st for $130. I don't know why Nike Basketball releases two different colorways of the same signature shoe on the same day, but they do that quite a bit, and the next pair I'm going to talk about is the Nike Sabrina 2 Iron Gray. This pair is also known as Locked In, and it features an iron gray, hot punch, and cell colorway. Now, although it does have hot punch, it's more tucked away. It lands on the insoles and on the swoosh across the rubber outsole. This pair drops on April 1st for $130. We have a couple upcoming Nike Zoom LeBron Next GENISUS releases, and the first pair is being called Barely Volt. This pair features a Barely Volt, Celestine Blue, black, and green stripe colorway. Now, the second pair, I don't have the official colorway for them, but as you can see, the shoes feature mainly blue throughout. Both pairs will drop on April 1st, and the retail price will be $150 each. I kind of like this pair of the Nike LeBron 22, and they're known as Frozen Grapes. Now, it's being said that this pair is a tribute to the graffiti LeBron 4. Due to the graffiti print that you see on the upper, it also features words like fear and winning. And the official colorway is soft pearl, hyper turquoise, vivid purple, and court purple. So, as most of these releases, they're going to drop on April 1st for $180. Also releasing on April 1st is the Nike LeBron 22 BRYCES World. Now, for those who don't know, which I'm sure everybody does, Bryce is LeBron James' son. And this pair features a blustery. This is the first time I've heard that shade used on a sneaker. Ghost green, diffuse blue, and fireberry. This pair features a ton of different graphics. We have a silhouette of LeBron James, the phrase witness, lightning bolts, fire, stars, and a chain link fence. If you like the shoes, they drop on April 1st, and the retail price will be $190. On April 1st, we also have a small handful of releases from Nike's Greater Than series. But the first pair I'm going to talk about is the Nike Zoom GT Cut 3 in Siren Red. Now, the official colorway is Siren Red, black, in Atomic Pink. They're going to drop on April 1st for $190. On April 1st, we had the release of the Nike Zoom GT Cut 3 Dusty Cactus. The official colorway on these is Wash Coral, Dusty Cactus, Metallic Silver, and Chalk. And the retail price will be $190. We have another Nike Zoom GT Cut 3 dropping on April 1st. There's quite a few pairs dropping this month, and this one is known as Simply Cell. Now, probably the most toned down pair of the bunch. The official colorway is Cell, Smoke Gray, Light Bone, and Metallic Silver, dropping on April 1st for $190. We have another pair from the Greater Than series, but this time it's not going to be the GT Cut 3, but it's going to be the GT Hustle 3. The pair is known as Red Stardust, and the official colorway is Red Stardust, Pale Ivory, Metallic Silver, Pink Tint, and Dusty Cactus. So, dropping on April 1st for $190. Okay, so now we're going to move on to some lifestyle shoes. We're done with basketball for the moment, but there's quite a few more basketball sneakers in this video. And on April 1st, we had the Nike Air Force 1 Low Easter dropping. Now, this pair won't feature Easter bunnies, chocolate, or Easter eggs, but the colorway reflects spring or Easter. The official colorway on these is Sesame, Apricot Agate, and Hydrangeas. I actually really like this pair, and it seems that some people do as well. Again, dropping on April 1st for $115. Believe it or not, there's quite a few people that look forward to the Nike Total 93 SP releases. So for April, we do have two pairs dropping, and the first pair that I'm going to talk about is known as Safety Orange. The official colorway on these is Safety Orange, Medium Gum Brown, and White. Very simple and clean colorway. They're going to drop on April 1st for $100. Another shoe dropping on April 1st is the Nike Total 93 SP Dynamic Yellow. This pair also features a simple color blocking, a little more to it than the previous pair, but the colorway is Dynamic Yellow, Green Spark, and Gum Medium Brown. Now the retail price on this pair has bumped up $10, so instead of $100, it's going to cost $110, and I'm not entirely sure why, but maybe due to the materials, because this pair looks a lot more shiny in comparison to the Safety Orange, and again, dropping on April 1st. It took a minute, but we finally moved away from April 1st. We have different shoes for a different day, and dropping on April 3rd is the Nike Air Max DN8 Team Orange. Now, this is one of two colorways dropping on the 3rd, and the official colorway is Team Orange, Laser Orange, and Black. Also, the retail price will be $190. If I ever catch this pair on sale, I'm 100% going to buy, and this is the Nike Air Max DN8 Hyper Royal. Just like the previous one, this pair is going to drop on April 3rd. They feature a black Hyper Royal and University Blue colorway, and the retail price will be $190. We got one more pair dropping on April 3rd, and this is the Nike Pegasus Premium in Persian Violet. It seems that a lot of people look forward to the Nike Pegasus Premium release. I haven't tried them out yet. They do look super comfortable. And for this pair, the official colorway is Ghost, Black, and Persian Violet. So, dropping on April 3rd, the retail price is $210. Believe it or not, we still have a couple more shoes, part of the Greater Than series, that will drop in April. And Nike is bringing back the Nike GT Cut 1, the first pair which dropped back in 2022. This is the Think Pink pair, a tribute to the KYAO Foundation, and this pair features a Pure Platinum, Regal Pink, Cool Gray, and Pink Blast colorway. Now, they're dropping on the Sneakers app on April 4th. However, I did see a few retailers have them listed for April 17th, so if you like them, you'll be able to get them on the Sneakers app first and maybe at different retailers later on, and the retail price will be $180. Jewel LOYD will have another collaboration with Nike on the Nike GT Cut 3. Gosh, there's quite a few drops in this video of the GT Cut 3. I like the model. Some colorways are definitely better than others. This pair is pretty dope. I wouldn't wear them. They're not for me, but I could see why people would like them. Now, the pair features a white, racer blue, Baltic blue, pink foam, black, and lightning colorway. You'll definitely stand out on the court if you're wearing these, and they're going to drop on April 4th for $190. Back on March 1st, the SLAWN Nike Air Max 90 pack released at a London pop-up shop. Now, if you missed out on that release, it appears that there's going to be another chance to purchase. Now, This will include 3 colorways. Well, the third colorway will be on a different day, which I'll talk about in a moment, but one pair comes dressed in black with white detailing, and the other pair features cell in white. Now, the rumor is that both pairs will release worldwide on April 4th via the Sneakers app. Now, in the US, I haven't seen them pop up on the Sneakers app yet. Maybe for those who live outside of the US, you can let me know down below if they popped up for you. Now, there's another pair releasing known as Crimson, and this one is really limited. So there's only 50 pairs in existence. Now, to be able to get your hands on a pair, SLAWN is having some people do some things. He's asking for his supporters to repost his Instagram announcement to their stories, and then, according to him, flood the comments. So basically, he's trying to, gain traction. That's a great way for a post to go viral on Instagram. So, of course, to get some more followers. Now, if you're a winner, you'll receive a DM with the password unlocking access to purchase on April 11th. I feel like at this point, if you're doing all this stuff, you should just be able to get the shoes for free. Again, that's just my opinion. I'll have images of all 3 pairs in this video, of course. We don't have the greatest photo of the Crimson pair, but the retail price will be $150 each. A shoe that many of us are waiting on, and a lot of us aren't going to be able to obtain, is the Nike Air Max 95 Neon. As most of you know, this is an OG colorway, and they will be released with the Big Bubble. Now, the Big Bubble is just simply the Air Max unit closer to the OG version. Now, I've heard a rumor, and I'm sure a lot of you have as well, that there's going to be only 10,000 pairs releasing. I'm going to be honest, I can't confirm that. I know it comes from Complex, and they're a reliable source, but I can't confirm that from my sources. But I will say that I did hear it was limited initially. I just don't know specific numbers. Now, the more important part is the release info. So the first drop is going to take place on April 4th. Now, this information comes straight from Nike, and they're going to drop in LA, New York, Chicago, and major I-95 cities. Now, the second release, which will probably be our best option to purchase, they're going to drop on April 18th. They'll be available on the Sneakers app, Neighborhood Doors, JD Sports, and select city specialty partners. Now, I'm hearing the retail price is $185, but it could be $180. Either way, they're going to be very hard to obtain. But if you miss out, hopefully after the release, the hype dies down and you'll be able to get them a lot lower, because I know resale price will be high at first, and like always, it will come down. We have 2 release dates for the YUTO HORIGOME Nike SB Dunk Low MATCHA. So the first release will take place on April 3rd, and this will be at skate shops. Now, I've seen a lot of skate shops actually start to open their raffles for the shoes. If you're going after a pair, I'm sure you've seen it as well. But the more widely available release, and I only say this because we all have access to the Sneakers app, well, at least most of us, will take place on April 5th. Now, although these aren't super limited, I wouldn't say they're a GR as well. Usually, Team Rider shoes, they're somewhat on the limited side, and his collaborations do pretty well. At least his last one did well. A lot of people liked them, and they sold out pretty quick. But this pair will feature an asparagus, Legion Green, light khaki, dark Loden, sesame, and burnt sienna colorway. The retail price will be $130. I did find it a bit odd that this shoe popped up on the Sneakers app. Not that it's not nice. It's not for me, of course, but typically more hyped or more popular colorways and sneakers are placed on the Sneakers app. Maybe there's something I don't know about this shoe. I know it was originally released in the early 2000s. What I mean is maybe it's more popular than I know. Anyways, we had the release of the Nike SHOX Ride 2 in Baroque Brown. This pair features a Baroque Brown, Phantom, and Diffuse Blue colorway, dropping on April 9th for $180. We also have a couple releases from Devin Booker and his current signature shoe, the Nike Book 1, in April. So the first pair set to release is known as Blue Blood. Now, this pair is a tribute to Booker's time while playing with the Kentucky Wildcats. And the shoes feature a multicolor, cell, and Game Royal colorway. Now, as you can see on this pair, it features denim throughout. It has his number 1 on the lateral side, and there's a Wildcat on the tongue. They also have an aged look. Kind of looks like it's a dirty midsole and exposed foam tongues. Now, this pair will drop on April 10th for $140. Now, there's at least one confirmed Nike Kobe release in April, and this will be the Nike Kobe 8 PROTRO, What the Kobe. Now, as many of you know, there's supposed to be 3. I'm going to briefly talk about one in this video and go over the other 2. Now, this is a special release. They first dropped in December 2013, and this is the last Kobe 8 to be released during the initial run of Kobe 8 releases. Typically what Nike Basketball did was they released a What the to close the model out and move on to the next. From what I saw, there seems to be a decent amount of retailers that will have this pair, but they won't be easy to obtain. Sure, if you do the footwork you add in for the raffles and things like that, you should be okay. But this pair is going to drop on April 13th, and the retail price will be $190. For the longest time, everybody had the release date for the Nike Kobe 9 Elite PROTRO What the set for April 13th. Now, that's also the initial release date that I heard, but this isn't 100% confirmed. I am seeing a new release date pop up on release calendars. So the shoes might not drop on April 13th, but instead drop on May 21st. I did want to include it in this video because I don't have 100% confirmation at the time of recording. I'm waiting for a couple responses. Now, if I do get confirmation, I'll put a title or something up on the screen saying like confirmed for either April 13th or May 21st. Also, the retail price will be $300 on these. Now, one more thing I wanted to talk about. I did receive confirmation on the Nike Kobe 6 PROTRO Dodgers. Those are not releasing on April 13th, but it is confirmed that they're going to drop on May 30th. So I did want to include that in this video because for the longest time, the release date was supposed to be April 13th, but that isn't going to happen. We have a potential release date for the Nike SB Dunk Low Black History Month, also known as Rodeo Dunk, amongst a few other nicknames. Now, I say potential because this shoe has bounced around quite a bit. It was rumored to drop in March. It didn't happen. Another rumor came out that it was going to be early April. And now the new release date is April 17th. That's the one that is going around for now. Now, typically with SB Dunks, they drop at skate shops first and then on the sneakers app. So this April 17th release date, it isn't known if that's for skate shops or the sneakers app. So if it's for the sneakers app, then they're going to drop at skate shops a bit before. And if it's for skate shops, then it's going to drop on the sneakers app a bit after. Now, I did want to include that these are going to be a quick strike. So they are going to be on the limited side, not a super match GR or anything like that. So if you do want to get them, I definitely would put in on those raffles at your local skate shops. But April 17th is the expected release date for now, and the retail price will be $135. Kevin Durant will also have a couple releases in April, and one of those is the Nike KD4 Easter. This is an original colorway that dropped back in 2012 and part of Nike Basketball's Easter pack. The pair features a mint candy, white, and new green colorway, and they're going to drop on April 18th for $130. In February, we saw the first Nike KD 18 to release, but in April, we have another pair. This one is known as Liquid Lime. Now, the overall color blocking reminds me of the Area 72 pair that was on the Nike KD 5 and was part of the All-Star pack. And this shoe features a clear jade, liquid lime, and black colorway. The pair is going to also drop on April 18th for $160. Details of this shoe leaked way back in 2014. I believe it was early in 2014. And then the shoes got delayed until 2025. And they're actually going to drop in April. This is the Nike Book 1 Moss Point. This shoe is inspired by his Air Force One Low Moss Point, which dropped back in 2019. And the pair features a barely gray, metallic silver, moon particle, and pale ivory colorway. The pair will also feature wear-away areas on the upper, and they're also going to drop on April 18th for $140. In April, we have another Nike KD 18 releasing, and this pair is known as EYBL. So EYBL stands for Elite Youth Basketball League, and the pair features a metallic silver, dark smoke gray, and green stripe colorway. I think these are dope. The silver and green colorway looks good. Now, as for the release date, they're currently scheduled for April 25th. However, I have seen a few boutiques that have them listed for April 18th as well. So they could jump around a bit. Either way, they're set to debut in the second half of April, and the retail price will be $160. Now, this is a shoe that, again, the release date could change, but for now, they are expected to drop in April. And this is the Nike LeBron 21 Prime 96 in Varsity Red. The pair features a white, metallic gold, fire red, and black colorway. And as most of you know and can see, it's a mashup between the LeBron 21 and the Nike DT Max 96. LeBron James wore this pair during the 2024 NBA All-Star Game, and due to the fact of the positive responses that people were giving about the shoes, Nike decided to release them late in 2024, but they would actually drop in 2025. Just the decision was made late. Either way, the pair is releasing, but they're rumored to drop on April 25th, and the retail price will be $180. Now, although we don't have 100% confirmation on this, the Nike SB Air Jordan 4 in navy is rumored to debut in April. Now, the shoes have already released at skate shops, and that took place on March 18th. However, there are rumors that they're going to drop on the Sneakers app in April. Now, these rumors have yet to be confirmed. I've been asking around. I asked a few boutiques if they're planning on getting them, and they said they're not as of yet. But official images did pop up, which is a good sign, but again, that doesn't mean it's confirmed. But I felt like I needed to include it in the case that it does, and just to be on the lookout. Of course, I will be updating you in future sneaker news videos, but just wanted to give you the heads up for now, and the retail price will be $225. We have a few pairs from the Rare Air series, and the first pair I'm going to talk about is the Air Jordan 1 High OG Rare Air CINNABAR. I just dropped a short on these, so if you want to check that out, there will be a link in the description below. But the shoes feature a Cell, CINNABAR, and Light Bone colorway. I will admit that I'm actually surprised on the quality of the shoe. It's pretty decent in hand. And as most of you know, the Rare Air series, there's something different about the shoes. This pair features the Wings logo and Nike Air on the medial side. One thing I dislike about the shoes is the wool-like material on the swoosh, collar, and liner. They also feature Rare Air branding on the insoles. So this pair is going to drop on April 5th. This is a women's release as well. And the retail price in women's sizing is $180. Preschool will cost $85, and toddler sizes will cost $70. Dropping on the same day is the Air Jordan 1 High OG Rare Air in Deep Royal Blue. This pair features a white, black, neutral gray, deep royal blue, and muslin colorway. Now, the Rare Air part about this one is that the Wings logo on the lateral side has Nike Air branding as well. The swoosh will wear away. You can kind of see it in the official photos. There's a little bit of red trimming around it. And prior to this, images that leaked some time back, part of the black was kind of worn off so you could see red underneath it. These shouldn't be difficult to obtain, as well as the CINNABAR pair. It seems that people are looking forward to different releases in April, but they're going to drop on April 5th. The retail price in men's sizing is $180. Grade school will cost $140. Preschool will cost $85, and toddler sizes will cost $70. We had the first colorway of the Jordan LUKA 4 set to drop in April. This pair is known as Space Navigator, also being called Barely Green due to the colorway. Now the shoes will feature a Barely Green, Black, Vapor Green, and Hyper Pink colorway, and they're going to drop on April 8th. The retail price in adult sizes is $130, and grade school sizes will cost $100. On the same day, Jordan Brand will also release the Jordan LUKA 77 in Hyper Pink. This pair is also known as Space Navigator. Yes, they're calling this shoe Space Navigator as well. And the official colorway is black, hyper pink, and barely green. Now, this is somewhat of a takedown model from the LUKA 4, meaning it's more affordable, but the overall design was intended for outdoor play. Personally, I like the LUKA 77, the design, over the LUKA 4. And this pair is going to drop again on April 8th for $100. We have another women's exclusive release dropping in April, and this is going to be the Air Jordan 3 known as Cell Metallic. Originally just being called Cell, the official colorway is Cell, Cement Gray, and Metallic Silver. Now I've had these in hand for about a week. I just recorded a short, so I'm planning on posting that next week, but I will say that the quality isn't bad on them. They're not as bad in hand compared to some of the images going around, but there's a lot more better releases, in my opinion, in April. So if you do like them, I suggest just being patient because you'll definitely be able to get them on sale. And they're going to drop on April 12th, and the retail price will be $200. This pair was supposed to drop back in January, and for some reason, it was delayed. And this is the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Rookie of the Year. Now, I'm not sure why they were delayed. I've heard rumors about shipping issues, quality issues, things like that, but I wasn't able to 100% confirm it. But this pair is a low-top version of the Rookie of the Year Air Jordan 1 High OG that was released in 2018. This pair is inspired by Michael Jordan's outfit, which he wore to accept the Rookie of the Year trophy. The pair will feature a Cell, Black, Golden Harvest, and Gym Red colorway, and they're scheduled to drop on April 18th for $140. We have a potential release date for the Air Jordan 3 Rare Air. Now, I say potential because there's a strong possibility that this could get delayed. And this is the Air Jordan 3 Rare Air. A lot of people are looking forward to this release, and they're currently scheduled to drop on April 19th. Again, very possible it could get delayed. This pair features a black, chili red, neutral gray, military blue, and coconut milk colorway. And the Rare Air part about this shoe is that on the right heel, the Nike Air branding is backwards. These are really nice in my opinion. From Jordan Brand, this is probably the #1 release if it does take place in April. Personally, I don't know about availability just yet. That's another reason why I think it could get delayed, because I haven't heard too much about it. But if they're any type of limited, they're definitely going to sell out. I mean, that's obvious. But if it's just a regular release, I still think it's going to be somewhat hard to obtain. That's just my opinion, of course, but April 19th is the potential release date, and the retail price will be $210. Another shoe that potentially could get delayed, and this release date actually came out when I initially leaked this shoe, and this was back in August of 2024. So I'm just including it for the fact that I want to be very thorough on this video, but we haven't seen a first look yet. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if it was delayed, but this is the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Phantom. Now, the image used is just a mock-up. I'm not sure how they're going to look, but the pair will feature a Phantom, chili red, moon particle, black, muslin, and coconut milk colorway. Now, this pair is expected to feature the larger swoosh, which eventually all Air Jordan 1 Lows will feature that larger swoosh, at least the Nike Air version. As of now, they are rumored to drop on April 26th. Now, there's another pair dropping on April 26th, so I think these could get moved around, and since we haven't seen a first look, very, very possible. And the retail price will be $140. As for confirmed releases, this is probably the #1 release in April, and this is the Air Jordan 11 Low BRED. I've seen these pop up on pretty much every release calendar from retailers. Well, not every, but a lot. And a lot of people are definitely looking forward to this shoe. So essentially what we have is the Air Jordan 11 BRED, but in low top form. And the pair mimics that of the PE that Michael Jordan wore during the 1996 NBA Finals. Back in 2015, Jordan Brand released a similar pair, but that shoe featured red on the liner. And oddly enough, that pair was also a PE worn by MJ. Now, as for the release date, this pair is scheduled to drop on April 26th. They will be available in full family sizing, so the retail price in adult sizing is $190, grade school costs $150, preschool is priced at $80, and toddler sizes will cost $60. Now, this is just my opinion. Although this pair is expected to be a GR, numbers appear to be cut back, and this is an OG colorway just in low top form. I do believe these will sell out. I don't think they're going to sit and go on sale. It might take a week or less to sell out. Of course, on the sneakers app, they're going to go first. You'll probably be able to go in store and still get pairs a couple days later. And if you miss out on the release date, just be patient because there definitely will be restocks. We have another pair that we have a rumored release date for. Again, this isn't confirmed, but what I'm hearing is the Travis Scott Jordan Jumpman Jack TR in bright cactus will drop on April 30th. Now, this shoe features a muslin, black, and bright cactus colorway. And if they do drop on April 30th, more than likely they'll be available on Travis Scott's website maybe a day before. And then April 30th, they'll be available at boutiques and on the sneakers app. Now, just like every Jordan Jumpman Jack TR, they're going to be on the limited side. As well, they won't be easy to obtain. Again, with this shoe, I definitely wouldn't pull the trigger on resell right away. If you do miss out, give it a week or two, actually give it a little bit longer, probably a month, and you'll be able to get them for a lot cheaper. So the expected release date is April 30th. The retail price in adult sizing is $200. Preschool will cost $90, and toddler sizes will cost $75. And that's going to do it for this video. Like always, greatly appreciate you guys for watching. If you have a second and haven't done so already, also appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. One more thing, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you can be alerted every time I drop a new video. Now, again, very possible that some of these release dates could change or new shoes get added in. So I will be updating you in future sneaker news videos. As well, I'll update you on the website at sneakerfiles.com. Now, as for the releases I plan on picking up in April, I'm going to go after the Air Jordan 11 Low BRED. That's just a nice colorway. If the Air Jordan 3 Rare Air actually drops in April, that's another shoe I plan on going after. And if the Nike SB Air Jordan 4 in Navy drops in April, I'll go after those as well. Now, from Nike, for sure, the BHM Nike SB Dunk Low. I really like that shoe, also known as Rodeo Dunk. More than likely, I am going to go after the What the Kobe 8. And honestly, I think that's going to do it. Probably save some money for May because May looks really good as far as releases go. But let me know what you plan on picking up in April down in the comment section below. Also, if you have any questions, leave that down below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to sneakerfiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.